Hey everybody, today I want to talk about something I picked up this weekend at the flea market. So I haven't been to the flea market in a while. We have two flea markets here locally, and we went to both of those this weekend. I found this at the second flea market. So this is the Qbert by Parker Brothers, and this, I forgot the year, was 1983. So 2 years after I was born, this came out. I never had any of these as a kid, but I did know people that had them, and I'd played some of the Coleco ones before as a kid. I remember somebody had the Coleco Donkey Kong. Now, I have not cleaned this up yet. I have put batteries in to test it, and it does work. So we are going to take a look at it and just what the gameplay is like on it. Now, I do have one more of these mini arcades from the 80s. I have Pac-Man. This I also bought at the flea market years and years and years ago. I do want to point out I made a huge mistake with this because the lady who sold this was also selling a lot of other ones. I know she had, I think, Xevious and some other ones as well, probably at least 8 of them. She was selling all of them for $20 a piece. I should have bought all of them, and I didn't. I only bought the Pac-Man, which is in great condition, plays fine. These take C batteries, 4 C batteries each, which I did not have on hand. I had to go buy C batteries for this. I thought that I had replaced the batteries in this Pac-Man, but when after I played with this one a little bit, I did get the Pac-Man one out, and I checked the batteries, and these have some Kodak batteries that look pretty old. I do need to take those out and make sure that the battery compartment on this one is clean, but they're really cool. We're mainly looking at Qbert because this is new to me, and I do want to show it off. And I'm really glad I was able to get it. They sold this for $30 to me. So a working Qbert, $30, not in bad condition. It's not in perfect condition. 30 is not bad for this. So I'm glad I picked this up for my collection. Looking forward to showing it to you. So let's get right into Qbert. All right, here's a closer look at the Qbert Mini Arcade from Parker Brothers. Now, this works perfectly fine. I was afraid it didn't after I first tried to turn it on. I'll show you in just a moment. But first, just if you look here, you'll see that this does look worn around the joystick and worn here on the bezel artwork there. I haven't tried to clean it yet, so it might look better after I clean it. But I also might want to try to get some kind of reproduction labels for those. But we're going to go ahead and turn it on. So when I first turned this machine on to the on position, it did not come on, and I was really worried, but when I turned the machine off, I saw that flicker of the game. And so when I saw that, it made me think, oh, well, maybe it does actually work after all. So what I did was I turned it on again, and I just came back a little bit until the game was on, and then I was able to play it perfectly fine. Now, it does play just like Qbert in the arcade. I'm just going to try to get through a whole board so you can just see how the game looks. And you do get bonus points, just like in the arcade, if I don't remember the names of the enemies, but if that snake guy, if he tries to get you and you get on the disc, you get bonus points for making him jump off. But that is the game. It's Qbert. It plays really well. I think it's a lot better representation of Qbert than the Coleco Pac-Man is as a representation of Pac-Man. But we're going to take a look at that one as well. Now, this also does have a second mode. If you go to the right instead of the left, you can play the game with no sound, which is nice. So, but those are the only 2 modes that are available on this little cabinet. There aren't any other kind of game modes. The Pac-Man one has 3 different game modes available. We'll talk about those. And I know this is mainly about Qbert, but I just wanted to show this one as well. There are 2 skill levels. I don't know the exact difference, but I'm assuming skill 2 is more difficult. When you turn the Pac-Man on, you can press right on the joystick for Pac-Man, up for eat and run, which doesn't have the pellets in it, just has the power pellets, so you can eat the ghosts, I believe. There's a demo if you press down, and then if you press to the left, you get head-to-head Pac-Man. So just to go to Pac-Man, just so you can hear how it sounds. And that constant noise from this cabinet is just really irritating. That's why I really appreciate the sound on the Qbert, because it's not as obnoxious as the Pac-Man. So just to look too at the head-to-head, one thing I think is really neat about the Pac-Man is on this head-to-head mode, there are two Pac-Mans. So one player can play on this joystick on the right, the other player can play on the joystick on the left. So you have a two-player mode, which is kind of neat. I will say the joystick doesn't respond every time on the Pac-Man. So internally, I think the Qbert actually plays better. The Pac-Man may have played a lot better when it first came out. I just mean right now, the Pac-Man doesn't seem to play very well. Just because probably age, I don't know, but it could play better. We'll get a closer look at the screen here on Qbert. So when I bought this Qbert, it was $30, which was a great deal. And the Pac-Man, when I found it originally at the flea market, was $20, also a very good deal. Like I mentioned at the beginning, when I found that Pac-Man, the lady there was selling probably, I think, 8 of these. All of them were different, and I only bought the Pac-Man. I wish I'd bought more. But yeah, it's a really cool collector's piece. There are much better ways to play these games, but as a collector's piece, I think it's really neat. It's a piece of gaming history, really, of some early home ways to play these games. I really think it's nice. I might get some reproductions, like I said, to kind of clean these up. But we'll see what it looks like when I do get it cleaned up. I'm glad to have it in my collection now, though. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this look at the Qbert little mini arcade here from the 80s by Parker Brothers. And I will catch you in the next one.